at least 2 months ahead of time, when it should be coming. And we need to have that form by then, if we are going to renew your license, okay? And I want to be very clear about that, because we have a lot going on here, and you have to do your part, all right? So, you get it probably 2 to 3 months, and I know the SLA flow and everything else, but if you know it's going to be renewed for December, by September, I should have that form. Onesh should have that form, but we need it here. That's number one, and that's for all renewals, okay? And we should all be apprised that the new commissioner was very open to hearing our complaints and understanding that we are a residential community, parts where a lot of the bars are. And once you agree to a stipulation, you're going to be held to it. All right, and that's why we start out slow with hours and a variety of things, because we have found that it doesn't happen, right? Everybody thinks they can take the extra yard, the extra hour, the extra half hour, and we're going to be pretty tough starting now, because it's really awful. And Onej, God bless her, I have to tell you that the outdoor, my least favorite thing in the world, the outdoor seating, not that necessarily the ones attached to the restaurants that have been there, the sidewalks, but the sheds, pops, there has to be approval from DOT. Am I correct, Onesh?
Yes.
Okay, and Francis?
Yes.
So, to see information, we need to see certain things, and we're going to be tough on all of this going
Should be.
forward.
Hotels.
All right,
Yes, so if you, on your form, if you check that you have a sidewalk, we want to see the paperwork that says that you got approved, otherwise.
from DOT.
From DOT. We check that and then.
Yes.
I was here and I had to deliver my application a while ago. Told me I have to come here for the DOT hearing.
Yes,
They
that's,
never told me that I had to bring the approved paper.
You got it?
Oh,
yeah, we didn't discuss that.
okay.
They only asked me.
But that's all right. I'm going to take your word for it, and you're going to send it to us. Fair enough?
It's being easy on you.
You may know when they are, that was 3 years ago.
I know, but I still need to see it. Okay.
Or if I don't find them, I'm going to call DOT.
Yes, you're going to call DOT, that you should have it. It's really important for all of you to keep your papers in one packet and keep them close and keep them there or wherever.
Listen, and good evening, everyone. I'm Renee. So basically, the dining out program is the new permanent outdoor dining program that DOT is controlling now. Because outdoor dining, you might be serving liquor, we still have to have they still have to have a comment on it. The community board is still gonna have to comment on if you're serving alcohol in that area. So that's why we're having this, you're made to come in and see the committee, et cetera, et cetera. And hopefully you won't have to do this every time. This is just because this is a new program and we want to make sure that all I's are dotted, all T's are crossed.
And that the hours
Are the
apply, are the same and what we have already.
The number of people that you're gonna have.
So I'm Susan Cole, I'm the chair of licensing. This is my co-chair Francis Curtis, and this is Onej, our staff person, who we're very happy to have, and the rest of my board, Pat Moore, Mitch Froman, Gabriella Rossi, and Jean Green,
More to come.
and more to come. Yeah.
Okay, so let me share my screen.
Can Joe vote?
Hold on.
Is he a key?
Yes, he is.
So we have, or we can vote.
Right.
Let's see, I'm not sure who it is. All right, so I would like great performances to come up. You may have to sit outside till your time is, or bring your chair over there on the side. There's 2 chairs outside there.
Okay, so first.
We're gonna have them on the screen, okay.
Set up first.
It's a new 120 Broadway.
Broadway, 40.
Who's here representing great performances?
Liz Newmark or her attorney.
Well, let's move on. I'm happy to
Okay.
move on. Let's go.
I got it.
The Plaza.
You and
Hold on, I need to check. Oh, just in case, even though this, oh, Liz is in,
Well, we may not be over with great performance.
It's gonna be a long meeting.
Hello, Karen.
hello, hey Karen.
See, you said more.
Sign in, Karen. From,
Hello, Liz and Max. I was expecting at least one of you to be here in person.
Max is not here? Oh. So disappointed.
Where's the
Can anyone hear me? Hello?
There's one down here.
Anybody hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, hi, it's Max. Your instructions say you prefer people to stay at home and do these remotely. Do I have that wrong?
yes, you know you do.
Not you, Max.
Max.
You. We like seeing you, Max.
All right, because well, we're happy to come in person, but we just wanted to do what you preferred.
Okay, so,
I-
this is the 40th floor, Max?
It's a high floor. It's the Bankers Club, even though it's not for bankers and it's not a club. You licensed it. You approved their licensing in 2019, and it's a nice, basically cafeteria for building tenants of 120 Broadway, the Equitable Building. To your comments that you gave earlier, Susan, they started off voluntarily pretty limited because that's all they needed. But what's happened is that there's been a desire from some tenants to have a little more flexibility in the hours of operation of the building amenity space. Some people work remotely, some people work hybrid. Not everybody works 9 to 5 anymore, and so having the building amenity space closing at 9 p.m. just doesn't work for everybody anymore. So it's a modest request. All we're asking, the only thing we're asking, is to change our hours of operation. Indoors is currently 9 p.m. We're asking for midnight, and outdoors is 8:30 p.m. and we're asking for 11 p.m. Nothing else is changing whatsoever. Still a tenant-focused amenity space. Still closed on the weekends. Not open Saturdays or Sundays at all. Still a very sedate environment. Background music only. Happy to answer the questions.
Max, that's not what was submitted on the paperwork.
So, yeah, that's why we're here to,
What wasn't submitted on the paperwork?
the paperwork said midnight.
On weekends and weekends, Friday and Saturday.
Well, they're closed on Fridays and Saturdays. So let me be clear about that. They're not looking to be open on Saturdays.
Sundays, right?
Pardon, did I say Friday and Saturday? I meant Saturday and Sunday. They're closed on Saturday and Sunday,
So you want it Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
So you want, indoor till midnight, Monday to Friday,
Same thing.
That's right.
outdoor till 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Monday to Friday.
And you have, you're gonna have music, Max? No noise travels, people live around there.
We're not changing any of the existing stipulations about music. And so we have recorded background music indoors, no music outdoors, and we're not looking to change that.
Okay, all right. Any questions from my committee? Any public people who want to comment? Shall we take a vote?
Susan, Susan, can you hear me? It's Mark Amoruso.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Max, can you remind us of what the outdoor setting configuration is?
Sure, Mark. There's four terraces, in basically in all four corners. The space takes up the entire floor, and Onej is kindly moving to photos right now, which explain it better than my words. But it's four terraces. There's no bars out there. I've been there before because I've had client meetings here. Basically, the terraces are used if you'd like to have a quick conversation outside or take a phone call outside. You see it there. There's no, as they say, programming of the terraces. It's just a sort of sedate environment.
Thank you, Max.
What's the,
Mark, I wanna move
What's
this.
the
Mark,
residential situation nearby?
Well, it's a very tall building, so but obviously, as Susan said, it's all your community is a residential community. We did, Darren McQuillan, who's here, he's from Silverstein Properties. We did reach out to, and we included that in our package, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 representatives of any building that's even close. The only response we got back was from one of the buildings, which said, "Good luck with your application. You will not have opposition from us."
Sometimes a person,
Yeah, okay, Mark, we've had no complaints,
Right.
okay? And we approved this, I remember it, I remember when they came, we all do. Pat called the question, I need a second.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed, abstentions, recusals? Go for it.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
All right, Max, thank you.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
Yeah, in person, Max.
Seriously, do you want us coming in person?
I want everybody in person. Max, I want everybody in person all the time.
You know what? I don't know if you're kidding or not. It's making me uncomfortable.
Okay. Even though I was, shoved over, it doesn't mean I don't want you in person.
Especially with COVID.
No, I'm not the one who shoved you over. All right.
Max, do come in person, all right?
Okay.
Say
Okay.
hello.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Okay, who is here for the plaza?
New Amsterdam Pavilion.
Minuet.
Is anybody online who's here?
Is everybody else? Hold on.
No,
That's the beginning. I think that's what.
no, this is.
What did we do?
No, it's a resolution.
Oh.
Yes, Thomas. You're online. Can you hear us?
Button, they have some bands. This is the waffle place. This is the what?
The waffle place.
Yeah. Hi, Mariana, welcome.
See? Told you, Monica.
Be careful with this chair. It leans all the way back. Then I can find it.
Okay, hello,
Yes.
Hello.
my name is Thomas de Geest, how are you?
Good. Do you have a representative, anybody coming in person?
No, we don't.
Susan, all yours.
Okay, let's go through your application. It's waffles and
Dinges,
beer. You want to be open from 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. Every day, what is
your sound is not coming through.
my son? It's okay. I speak pretty well. Problems. Let's look at.
We didn't get these applications.
How many hours?
I don't think so.
That makes sense.
We also don't have any.
What?
Well, that's what we had.
Okay.
So Sunday to Sunday and Friday and
I don't think
Saturday.
it's fine.
Okay. All right. we do not give midnight on Sundays. We have, the latest you can stay open is, 10. And, this is the first time for you, so it's definitely Sunday till 10. We don't know your track record. What have you checked off for music? What's still at?
We don't have these.
62
We don't have
people.
these applications. We don't have these applications. We don't
Not a large.
Just have this.
Can't see that.
What's that? No printing?
And what about music? Thomas, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. If one person talks at a time, I can hear you. Okay,
Uh-huh. So do you have music?
yes.
It's live. Live and recorded.
We may occasionally have live music. Yeah, the reason why we're there is, obviously it's a property that's struggled for many years to get activated. It's a property that struggled with the presence of a lot of homeless and other characters floating around there. So we're brought in, part of our mission here is to really activate the area for the public in a reasonable manner, of course. And so we'd like to have the option of occasionally in the summertime bring in, live music, background music at a reasonable level. We're not talking about having crazy concerts there or anything like that.
What's your capacity? It's 62 people? Or is it more? Am I reading it wrong?
I'm not sure.
Maximum capacity.
Rafi, what did we fill in there, Rafi?
74. On the application, it says 74.
Okay. What the staff then? Not counting the staff.
With 62 feet.
Anybody have any questions on the live music?
The application.
It's hard to kind of
Why,
like,
why was everything printed? We don't have applications, we can't see them.
I know.
it's really difficult to,
We're old, we can't see up there.
I know.
It was emailed out
Print them out.
anyway.
What, dear?
Yeah, but because of that, I still didn't see it, maybe if you're, get it.
Let's just keep going and we'll have to look.
Okay, so what are we talking about though?
Let's look at the plan. over
Yeah,
there,
let's see the plan.
Please.
I don't know why it wasn't printed, we normally have.
I'm trying to find out where there's, I didn't see the email.
No, I don't see it on here. This is the floor plan.
This is the floor plan.
Oh, that's crazy. That's a crazy floor plan.
It's a kiosk, is it not?
Yeah.
It's that star-shaped kiosk right at the Staten Island Ferry. It's a little white building at just north of the Staten Island Ferry entrance in that plaza area there.
If you scroll down to the next diagram, you'll see
Can you
the,
somebody point to it?
There's a bigger floor plan, I believe. So this is the actual kiosk. If you go down, guys, you're gonna see the actual plan of the full premises.
That's the whole kiosk.
I just have the agenda.
All right. Right.
Keep going.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just orient us. Where's the ferry terminal?
Right straight ahead.
What's straight ahead?
Where? That's it.
See where it says ferry, where your big feet thumb is?
I found that. Isn't that Park Road?
So the subway, the big glass subway entrance there, that's granite and glass, that's the rectangle, okay?
Right. Big area right there.
South of this, you're gonna have the Staten Island Ferry, which is not depicted here.
I'm not good with this.
Well, I don't, my biggest trouble is, the recorded music, there are people who live not far from there in the the music does travel, but it's the live, concerts.
No, Susan, and it's not gonna be a live concert.
All right.
If it's background, it's background. Susan. If you press a button, it could be louder than live.
Thank you, Mitch.
They have to be background, either way.
Well, what you have to, so,
I'm sorry?
I'm not sure the applicant heard you.
No, I was just responding to Susan.
Yeah, but I
So
think.
what do you want to do?
no, but there's no residences nearby, guys.
He
The
can hear.
applicant can hear.
People,
Just hold on 1 minute, Thomas. So what are your thoughts?
It's okay, no one really.
Is it enclosed? You said kiosk.
No, it's open. It's open.
So how do you do background if it's open?
It's not.
The place.
It's just some of the places down here. by
The new
City Hall.
place that we just, same thing,
That's a plus.
same
It's
thing,
not that much.
except it's here.
And then if
That's
there is,
South
there'll be a complaint and.
Maybe even
Yeah,
minute,
and
like
it's the
the hour,
same
like
area,
before
it's
early
the
evening,
same.
not like till 10,
Same
11 o'clock.
situation.
I think his, Jean,
This is a first time application. This is the first time we're gonna have something there. I think,
like that.
yeah, I think we need to be cautious in terms of the fact that it's the first time with any kind of music.
Yeah.
I think we gotta see how it sounds down there. It's a big open space, and I would be very careful with the hours. The first time, it can always be up, but I just think.
no one went.
Or at least the hours of the live music, like how late into the night are you gonna be doing live music?
What hours would you, let's talk, what hours would you recommend?
What hours are they asking for?
Midnight,
Okay,
not on Sunday.
Not on Sunday, but I'm just saying the rest of the week.
not outdoor music on Sunday, until midnight, I would be against that, even though I support the
No,
arts.
it's not on Sunday. So I tell you what,
I would say.
this is my suggestion. I have
music.
Bernard looking at
10
me.
o'clock.
So I know to some degree. I would say that you're going to serve beer and you're going to serve waffles or whatever you said.
Yeah.
Thomas, can you hear me? I'm talking.
yes, yeah, so we have a variety of savory and sweet foods, yes, correct.
I would suggest, and I have to see what the committee thinks. I think that Sunday through Wednesday, Thursday, I would give you till 10 o'clock and give you midnight on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
Miriam,
I almost don't care if he's open, as long as the live music isn't playing till midnight during the week.
well, let me also make a suggestion. So I think if there's going to be live music, it should be done on the weekends, on Friday and Saturday. And if you're saying in the summer, we would limit you to some degree to the summer months, from, let's say, May through until October. I mean, come on, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
But if there's a problem, we'll torment you.
What hours would you recommend? Because I agree with Mariama about even though we're giving them till midnight, we're limiting the music not till midnight. So
No.
what hours would
I
you
said
recommend?
10,
Okay,
I said 10, till, during the week and, till midnight on Friday and Saturday. All
But
right?
is that with regard to the music or his open and close or both?
Both.
Oh,
He can stay open, but he can't have live music or even recorded music after 10
Okay,
o'clock.
okay.
Until Wednesday, and then
Until Thursday, all right.
Sunday to Thursday.
didn't get it?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I do want to ask you a question, because the initial comment that was made was that there are residences nearby, right?
No,
it isn't even that.
it's not the residences, Thomas.
Okay,
Everybody had to realize, it's the noise, it's the level, it's the traffic, it's the drinking. And we who live down there always have trouble because you can't control the people when they walk down the streets where people live. And that's not, it isn't your responsibility in that sense, but it's what happens.
okay.
So, all right,
Um,
you can come back to us after
Yeah.
a year of operation, and we
Yeah.
will, let's see
How you
how it
doing?
goes.
See how you do.
Yeah, but listen, I also want to get clear that the Battery Conservancy has struggled for about 15 years to get a tenant in here. And every single tenant they've put in there has failed. It's very simple. They've all failed. And the result has been that you have basically a free-for-all for the homeless there and for our ticket vendors and what have you. So we're really trying, you should go take a look at the space. We've made a significant investment there to get that going. So I think I would like to get a fair chance here of economic success, because otherwise we're back to no man's land, homeless, and everything that comes with it. So that's my point. You give me a fair chance of economic success, because otherwise there's no point in even trying to get any tenant in there, right? So I'm asking for Thursday. Can we make it Sunday through Wednesday till 10 p.m. and then Thursday through Saturday till midnight? Can we do
Yes.
that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Give me a shot.
Done deal.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay.
Absolutely. I will absolutely, and just, we're gonna limit you, and in the summer, the Fridays and Saturdays really should be the live music. Okay, from May,
Okay.
I'll give you till October, all right?
I appreciate your willingness to work with me. Can we do Sunday till 6 p.m. for live music or not?
Sunday. I don't, yes, we'll put it in the stick, absolutely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Why
it.
don't you just see?
I got it, Sunday till 6 p.m. It's all right. It's a mess down there, and I understand it. I walk there all the time. Okay, will somebody call the question?
Call the
for me?
question.
Second.
All right, all in favor? It's unanimous.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you so much, everyone, and come on by anytime.
I know, a lot of people are only here for rental. I gotta go through my list. It's gonna be a long. It's gonna, and I'm trying to do as best as I can. 185 Greenwich.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can pass it down. We gotta print it. We have something to say.
Thank you. We like to see things.
Legends Hospitality, I'm Karen Montero, Summit in House Training, I have been through today, Eric. Eric also runs the beer garden and he works with Westfield quite a bit, so I'm gonna let him chat about this project. So a couple of things, we're not asking for full liquor. This is a Winter Tavern wine, and it was on the agenda. It had full liquor, but we amended that.
Okay.
And then second, I added the wrong lamp report. We have a double header tonight. We have another presentation. And from memory serves, there's no churches, but there are, I think it's 6 or 7, 500 and 500.
I'm sorry, 185 is between which two streets?
So it's actually right in the center of the Oculus. That's where this is.
Oh, you're inside.
Yeah.
Inside. The office,
Main floor of the Oculus.
by Apple Store.
Yep, right in front.
All right,
That helps.
that helps. You're inside.
Yep. So this is for a holiday pop-up that Westfield and the Port Authority are gonna do during the winter seasons, starting in November, ending January, February, potentially. They wanna open up some kiosks for shopping. They do a little bit of some small stuff passed out, really just winter items, and then they wanna open a roller rink. And then they asked us to provide a liquor license. We're gonna open up a tiny bar downstairs, right on the main floor. Just serve beer, wine, and cider. Some light bites, pretzel, bratwurst, hot dogs.
Terrific.
Yeah,
Um,
really it.
This is a large venue, so since this is a little pop-up, how do we reconcile that?
That's just a little pop-up.
What?
That's just a pop-up.
It's a series of little ones,
Yeah.
right? That's what it sounds like.
I gotta tell you,
No, they've never done.
I don't have parking, I don't have traffic.
Yeah.
It's all Brookfield. I'm gonna let it be.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we're letting you in, Frank.
Yes, it's inside.
All right, I don't have any trouble with it. Does anybody else? Miriama?
I don't have any trouble either. I'm just gonna note that the petition of support is a little light. There's only a few signatures on here. And President Street is in Brooklyn. I don't know where Stearns Avenue
Nobody
is.
lives there.
I don't know why they even.
So I'm just noting that, but I don't care if they open.
Nobody lives in the office.
Yeah,
The next time, get people, like I live across the street from you.
I don't feel the street, you know, who actually live here.
Really, good.
okay.
All right, I mean, it's a little, yeah.
All right, so,
Okay.
call the question.
Call the question.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All in favor? You go. Yeah.
Joel, are you voting?
Anything that saves that occupancy.
Good luck. All right. That's gonna be interesting. I wrote a ring. I haven't wrote a script.
There's nobody.
Oh, I'm going.
All right, I imagine that's you again. I'm up. I don't need all of them, just around the table.
System side also?
Like where we all don't need.
They take it back, actually. With Brent.
I have my second.
Yeah, around there.
Okay.
Which one is this? Number 4?
Yeah.
Day
Street. Okay, between what two streets?
He's gotta get,
Okay, here we go.
Across from Century 21 and J.
Right next to Century 21, across from the.
Yes, right next to
it's the old bank building that should be landmarked.
Yeah, right.
It should be landmarked. Just it hasn't been landmarked.
Yeah.
Going in there?
It's gonna be the Mercer Labs Museum of Art and Technology.
So, in all, I have to, I'm going to let Francis do this because I have to recuse myself totally, okay? So I am recused. And I'm not gonna make any comments other than the first.
It's a immersive attraction museum. Its creative director is Roy Nachum, who is a Israel-based artist. He's partnered with a ton of pop culture icons from Jay-Z, Kanye West, Tom Combs, who's a fatty, as well as Rihanna. And they're looking to put in a museum that celebrates the intersection of art and technology. As a part of that, there'll be 2 F&B outlets, which we look to serve beer and wine.
Your Wednesday.
Beer, wine.
We're not asking for food.
And your name?
My name's Alex. I'm a project manager. for Lake.
That's what the hours.
Well,
10 to 10.
I looked through it and I didn't have any issues with it, so I'm not the one. Do this.
You're not gonna ask him where the bathroom is?
With a bathroom.
Right? Okay. Carnival takes place inside the building. It's right across from the office. Yeah. It should be more Century 21, but since it isn't, yeah.
Well, this one probably is large.
I don't know. How many people?
Yes.
How many people can?
Yeah.
At max, it's be 1,017 people. is our-
It's definitely large. So, yeah, there's a few things.
Library cider.
Traffic plan. Yeah, traffic plan, sanitation plan.
Because it's a summer intersection right here too, we just think the only big influx is gonna draw from the community. You know, that chunks of the populace are gonna see One World Observatory, like very walking based. And we're gonna have occasional events, but we're not anticipating.
I think 1,000 drunk people are gonna go on the train.
Yeah. we don't
What
think
kind
it's
of
gonna be
occasional events? And how occasional?
So we look to do special events and they can range anything from like a office happy hour to a full buyout of the space. Full buyouts of the space are, that's pretty fair.
How many buyouts do you expect a year?
Buyouts, it can range, I would say, I think what we had planned for is less than 50 buyouts for the year.
That's a lot. That is a lot. I mean, and that's a very tight corner there.
And also, I just tried to walk here. I tried to get a cab. I live right here. I tried to get a taxi and the traffic was horrendous.
Yeah.
So when you say that, you don't have a traffic plan, it's crazy traffic.
That's
Right.
gonna
That's a
need
major
really,
plus.
right, days off of Broadway, Broadway's only one lane, so 1,000 people. You have a cabaret license? You're applying for a cabaret license?
No, they don't.
Got over 600 people.
And when I
You know
say
they do.
buyout, I don't mean the full 1,000, folks that'll be usually the full, venue, but it could just be a private that is, centralized to like a corporate that wants a piece of
At
it
any one time, would there be over 600 people?
for the events or
Or
for.
whatever. Because that's when you need the cabaret license.
No, so it'd be less than that. So majority of our events, when I say less than 50 per year, majority of them are not the complete buyouts of over 600. It would be, it could be anywhere from 50 to 150 for the smaller ones. And then
You have
the full buyout.
You have to commit to something. You have to figure out what you want and how, because the board has to make the decisions.
A lot of-
How they're going to do this.
Yeah, particularly the traffic pattern is a real big issue.
So because we're not doing full liquor, you know what I mean? And the hotel across the
still
street
gonna-
does a full liquor, but it's somebody who's going to go and book an event is gonna want probably full liquor, which are gonna go to the Millennium Hotel. They're not gonna go to us. So we're willing to prove ourselves by starting with the much lesser liquor until, we get our feet wet. Plus, we do some amazing venues there that are always very well in control, like we do the Beer Garden, which actually does have live music. We got live music there, but we don't get complaints.
No.
So we're gonna handle this in a very lovely
That's a
way.
different
But you
area.
don't get
The
complaints
beer
about
garden
the
is
liquor, I'm
a
sorry.
different area.
Yeah, you don't get complaints about noise and liquor,
No.
but what about traffic? What about
Right.
people with black cars? What about taxi cabs? That's what.
What
we're
the beer
concerned
garden, they wouldn't, because that's just like a little
People
walk
walk
up to the
through,
place, you
walk
grab a
through
beer and you
and
keep
leave.
walking.
Right.
But you're going to an event,
Inside.
or you're going to the museum, and you're gonna spend the whole day there, 10 to 10, 12 hours, and you're gonna be drinking beer. You're gonna come out, you're gonna wanna get in a cab, not on the train after that. So that's the problem. And then also sanitation, we have to talk about sanitation, like where's your garbage going, how to, and all that kind of stuff.
To rework their plan. Don't look at me, Francis is in charge. Not me.
Francis, I'm not going to repeat, Francis. I live off,
But I need
Church
answers
Street.
though.
And
I need
that,
answers for those
that,
mistakes.
corridor is the main source of transportation for all of the workers who come in from Brooklyn and Staten Island. And there are back-to-back buses constantly coming up that corridor, going right by.
Which is why
where they
Broadway
park.
is one lane.
That's what I'm saying.
It's because the other lane is a bus lane.
Right. And you,
Mariana's sister.
oftentimes the buses get delayed or get pulled out, and you're waiting there a half an hour. I'm teaching this summer, pole working, and I've ended up having to take a cab because the bus can't get through. You can't even get a cab. Sometimes you have to, pull the brake.
Do you have something prepared with about your garbage and about the traffic?
Yeah, I don't
So,
see parties at
yeah,
all.
as far
I see
as
walkers
garbage-
okay, but having
far as
parties
sanitation
and
goes,
getting people coming
Right now,
down.
we have not identified the exact, spot. However, we want to be great partners in the community. So if there's certain areas that are troublesome areas, we can
We don't
definitely
need a
design.
party space.
And this is a tavern, so we're just gonna do the minimum, if you look at the food offerings in here, it's not like a full restaurant. So there's going to be a
But
lot
that still doesn't
of
matter.
packaged stuff, but smaller stuff, and maybe like bites, like lighter bites and dumplings.
It doesn't matter. We're still interested in traffic when you have.
Right, large
events.
amounts of people in a tight area.
Our tentative opening date is in November.
Well, okay.
Was there only the presumption that there's going to be, that the people are going to use the subway, or was there any kind of mitigation plan
There's so
or
much
discussion or something that you can share with us?
Like, we do One World, and we do the Beer Garden, and we actually run Century 21 also. So
Okay.
we're drawing from a lot of what's already down there. That's what we're hoping to do to get the museum in, so it's not really increasing a lot of things. And we are planning for events, but because we're only beer and wine and cider, we're not gonna draw the big events that maybe the hotel across the street does. It's not intended to be that kind of venue. It's just intended to celebrate this gentleman's art.
Yeah, but our issue is not really the
Yeah.
alcohol, it's the people and the
Yeah.
flow
Nothing to
of
do with the
anything
alcohol,
in
the
that
cars,
area,
the
because it's
cars,
like
The
really.
taxis, the black cars, the Ubers.
Yeah.
I would make a suggestion, which is, I think this has not been fully thought out yet. And I think
you should come back with a more finely worked plan addressing some of
And in
these
terms of
issues.
how many buyouts you're gonna look at, how many, if we say 50, say 20 is gonna be X and 15 is gonna be X number.
I would say
And
10.
what, and
No.
look, I'm just
I think
giving out numbers.
And important to note too, that like, even if it's a buyout or a non-buyout, our maximum capacity inside the venue doesn't change, right? So like, we could have just as many people inside the venue on a non-special event day versus a non.
Buyout,
Right, but
buyout to me is traffic in black cars.
Right, but
That's
the
the
difference
main
is, right,
thing.
the representative explained that
Yeah.
on a normal day, you're gonna be dependent on the neighborhood's traffic and people that are in other areas going in. If you're having an event, you're calling people to, surge upon the neighborhood. So that means they're gonna come in a cab, or they're gonna have a cab waiting for them. That one lane of Broadway is going to be lined with black cars. That's problematic for the people that live here. So that's what we're trying to get to, like,
Okay, so I'm gonna.
And then
intervene.
taking into consideration, there are gonna be other events in the neighborhood.
right.
So it's not like, you're in an isolated area. You're in
Does one month
very
make a
dense
difference?
area.
Come back next month, does that make a difference?
How do you,
So this is what I'm going to suggest. Okay, I think if we can, they filled out, the whole form is totally filled out correctly. So if you, Alex, and I don't know your, Karen, can come to a decision on how many buyouts, and my suggestion, even though I'm recused, is to say, we're going to do 4 a month.
But there'll be additional forms, because of the large venue that are
Well,
not
they
included in
filled
here.
those out.
Oh, they haven't been, oh, okay.
They do 4 a month, and if you calculate 4 a month, Alex, that's 48 a year. Okay? 4 a month is 4 times 12, in my book is 48.
And you're talking about complete buyouts for the event.
Well, there are 2 different kind of buyouts we're talking about. We're talking about what you described to us,
Sure.
which is below 500 people, which is 150 people, blah, blah, blah. It's still be in line, but that's what you're expecting. If you want to do something bigger, then say we'll do 4 a year. But you've got to come to some conclusion, and that there must be, and I would even be willing to wait if my committee is for you to submit. We could vote tonight, since everything is done, if you can agree on that, where your garbage collection will be.
I just want one more monkey wrench. The PAC is opening tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
The PAC's gonna be having all these events. We're already pissed with them, because they haven't really figured out where people are gonna come down in black cars or get black cars to pick them up. So there's gonna be all this competing, there are only like 3 streets,
Have opened the.
and everyone's gonna be competing for the same space. So you have to think about that.
You're
opening in a place that has one lane.
Well, everybody expects it to be, we'll see.
Size.
It's complicated. So anyway, if it's.
Broadway, Liberty,
we'll accept-
Church,
Go.
they're all one.
So I'm not accepting. I'm open to accepting, but I have to note again, some of the same people that signed the other things on here, again, people that, from neighborhoods, other than even Manhattan. We have the same person from President Street, we got this Storms Avenue, I have no idea where that is, somebody lives in Sheepshead Bay. Then we got people on Beekman Street, that's on the east side, we got people at Mott Street, that's in Chinatown, so.
That were people that were walking.
Yeah.
That somebody was trapped.
So just on future applications, we need to actually try to get people from the area of where you're seeking to have the license, because for the most part, none of these people are.
And try not to. And actually, he met a community board member that he pitched to when he was actually petitioning, but he spent all day, literally 8 hours probably, in front of that 2-block radius
Yeah.
with the petition, just like Eric did too.
Actually, there's one address here that's in the radius, it's on Wall Street. These others, South End Avenue, that's in Battery Park City, that's all the way on the other side of the water. Like I said, like these people don't live near Broadway, they don't live in Fide, they don't live, in Greenwich South. So,
So what they're saying is, if you ever come back for a liquor license, Be alert.
Everybody pay attention. Pay attention.
What are these?
Actually, your phone.
So what do you want to do?
So where we're
Uh,
sitting right now is you
question.
want us to cap the events so that we can kind of monitor the traffic, and if we cap the events, we can monitor the traffic. We may need to call his boss really quickly to get that, and then we can just finish up tonight. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. You and I are on the phone with you.
Can you look into also Google quickly or have the boss Google quickly if you have over 600 people, you need a cabaret license?
Understood.
Thanks.
Right.
And what about sunset?
All right, so we're postponing the vote and everything on this till they come back.
Moving on, 136 William Street, who's here for that?
Samuel
Ah,
on,
yes.
Albert Beck. Can I just pass it here?
Yes, please.
That's our beach place. That's it.
Thank you.
This is for me?
Yes.
That was it.
That was it.
No, that's it.
No, I am.
So the people, they were both. They were 185 minutes and she got up again to do.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the
But
next
it's
thing.
two separate
Yeah,
things.
two separate things.
I got you.
Good evening, committee members. My name is Samuel and I'm a friend in the church you saw Albert Beck. Albert is the owner of Koba 5D Corp. Stands for Korean Barbecue Financial Corporation. He's already opened up a Koba on Third Avenue. That's the 18 Third Avenue, what's that street?
55.
55, and he's about to open next month on Park Avenue, 27th Street. 31st Street, Park Avenue. And the concept is fast food Korean with a lot of vegetables, there's lettuce, and then you split meat in there, and it's very healthy food. And this is his concept, this is his idea. And it took off in Third Avenue, so we're very excited. That's why he's moving to open on Park Avenue as well as this area. This area used to be formerly a burger joint. They didn't survive during COVID.
Yeah.
We're excited about this. It sits about 40 people. It's an apartment, 6-floor apartment. All the residents are up there. However, did try to get all the signatures as much as they can on the last page.
Yeah.
And, well, by the way, this is just wine. We're not doing hard
That's a
liquor.
good example.
Which way, which street?
Yeah, right there on the corner.
Jonathan.
And also, our hours are very short. We'll be closed by 9 o'clock every day.
We love you. Great.
I can't wait to.
Delivery?
Yeah.
Is it next to the dim sums?
Yeah, across street from there.
Yeah.
Now, the new dim sum place, which you should all try.
Wonderful. Call the question.
Second.
There's nothing.
That's how.
It's a great place.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
We voting?
Yes,
All the question.
call
I did.
question.
I did. It was
Second?
second.
Okay, all in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? All right.
Good luck. Good luck. Next, we're done with finance. Oh, we have,
Good luck.
yeah, renewal.
Yeah, I'll be calling.
Yes, all right, we have to talk to the family. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the financial district area renewals. In order,
Is that why you're here, sir? I bet.
so we have 8789 Greenwich Street. Yes. No, we're just
We're
going to
finishing the financial district.
financial district, going into that. Okay, sure. Yeah, 8789 Greenwich Street. Is here for that.
Do we have a problem with this?
No, we're asking.
This is right by me.
If you don't have any problems. we just
If we don't have problems with any of these, why do we?
but I like, you know,
Because our,
your chief over here said, I want him around and I want to know what's going on. I said, me.
oh, okay.
I took the responsibility.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so basically just to verify the seating, how much more seating they have in terms of outdoor seating and on top of their indoor seating. If they're complying with everything.
For each
according to
one?
DOT.
And that's for each one?
No,
For each one,
Only
or just?
the ones that are asterisk.
there are 4 of them. The first
Oh,
4.
okay.
Park Place. Anyone
Oh,
here
I
for 8 Park Place? Anyone online for 8 Park Place?
Wait a minute, what happened to that?
Okay. We have 79 Pearl Street.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, we know you.
So you have to.
Who are you?
Take it away.
Okay,
Got no problem with him.
I don't think we've had any complaints. I think we know you a long time.
No,
And, you have any music on the street? It's all indoors. I don't think there's any issue. We haven't had any complaints.
no.
Any extra seating?
Do you have extra seating? No,
Nothing.
kept everything the same.
Exact same, yes.
And the outside is exactly the
Yes, it
same.
is.
And you've applied with DOT and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Thank you very
Good
much.
night.
Thank you.
Good night.
114 Liberty.
Was there a particular reason that we put these four here with asterisks?
Because of seating.
Don't look at me.
And, increased seating and, what else?
The hours, we
The
want to make
hours.
sure that all of the same.
Again, there is a new permanent outdoor dining run by DOT. There are certain stipulations that DOT has put out. In order for outdoor sidewalk and roadbed seating, they have to meet certain requirements. And there are, let me just read this so that everybody is aware. Sidewalk cafes are allowed to operate annually, roadway cafes operating seasonally. And seasonally is from April through November. And the new program does not allow for permanent dining structures like the sheds that resulted in many quality of life issues from before.
We got.
All restaurant owners will need to get a license and revocable consent to operate the sidewalk and roadway cafes from DOT.
I'm sorry. All of a sudden sidewalk cafes are under their jurisdiction?
Since that, the city council vote.
Since the city
Yes,
council.
they made it permanent.
Why aren't sidewalks the same as they always have been?
Because pandemic.
Which is why we're having all of this right now. And which is why I'm reading this, because I realize that
Thank you.
a few people are not up to speed.
It's ridiculous.
The licenses cannot be sold, leased, or transferred, so that's different from how licensing works, our liquor licensing works. Restaurant owners have to provide accurate drawings showing the space to be occupied and locations for furniture, barriers, and other objects. Please stop the crosstalk, thank you. Transportation will forward the application, blah, blah, blah. Okay, transportation has within 20 days of the filing of a community board recommendation to decide on the petition, so we still have to
Approve it.
And send it to city council, and they can hold a public hearing on the application to vote and approve or deny
We have
the
no problem.
application. Restaurants operating a sidewalk or roadway cafe without a license can face a fine up to 500 for the first violation, 1,000 per second, and subsequent violations.
We're all tied up in our underwear. That's basically yes, okay?
So for everybody who has started operating through the open restaurant program during the pandemic, they have to go now to DOT, and we need to know if they're coming as a renewal, have they done that over the last 3 years?
Okay,
Because that's additional seating that they did not get approved of from us over the last 3 years. Everybody clear?
yeah, we're all.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Next person.
Can we get a copy of the paper or can we get it in line from someplace?
You can get it online.
Here, I'll let you copy this.
I don't know how to-
That's fine.
You can get it online.
Here, I can send, no, that's fine.
Oh.
Picture?
Picture?
No, I can send you all that information.
Okay.
I have
We
all
would
your
be
email
delighted to do it.
Okay, so they haven't come. Next on the agenda
So we're
is
finished with
1
A
Fulton
part.
Street, Barbara. I think that's your.
Oh, please. It's Barbara.
Barbara, you are on.
Oh, shoot.
You can unmute.
Is she online? Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're online. I've already moved you over.
Hi, everyone.
Sarah, just pull up your application. Give me a second.
Yeah, I have Israel Katz on as well. I don't know if he's raised his hand.
Yours is pretty, yeah,
Well,
confusing.
But Francis is the
It's the most confused.
is confused about it. And
No problem. I can give you my,
ask questions,
yeah,
and then you're gonna answer them, okay?
sure.
You hear me, Barbara?
I hear you. You want to ask
Yeah.
questions and I answer them.
Okay, so the question is, my understanding the first time you came was that this change was supposed to take place inside where the tin building is. Where the-
No, it's always been at one
And
full.
you're talking about that whole separate area that's across the street.
No,
in
tin
a
building
whole
was a
new
separate
structure.
application. This was something you reviewed in 2021, then again in 2022, only to just reconfirm approval because so much time had passed with the delays in construction, the SLA required re-notification. So this committee has reviewed this application thoroughly once in 2021, then once again in 2022. The reason why we're back is, again, so much time has passed with the delays in construction. And in
Right.
that time process, we decided to reduce the number of bars by 1 and to move the configuration a little bit. Everything else is staying the same. Everything we agreed to before is staying the same. There's no increase in footprint of the alteration that you previously approved.
Got it.
So
Okay. My major confusion was I thought this was.
yeah, no. I would understand why that would confuse you. This is the
inside
former
where the restaurant.
Corsicomo space.
Call the question on this.
Yeah, they're reducing the bar, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Go for it, Barbara, and thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay.
So next up, we have 127 John Street.
You're here.
Yes. Okay.
I'm coming for the good service.
It's
The line, James.
Oh, who's on?
James Wong.
Oh, yes.
What's the?
James, you are now a panelist. You can unmute.
Oh, that's, you took my Starbucks.
James, can you hear us?
Starbucks.
Are you there?
We're gonna put a Thai restaurant there.
There's a Thai restaurant
Right around the corner. Right around the corner.
That's a good one too.
And then there's one on John Street.
Yeah.
Couple.
Yeah.
James, want to just,
I think
real quick?
This is not. And they opened up a big, beautiful one.
So show us the out.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
James?
Yes, yeah, okay, so I'm the representative for the High Tide. This James Wong.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so let's upgrade the application. So your board is already approved for the beer and wine license. Right now they want to upgrade. I did send all the packages to you. And if you have any question, I'm here, glad to answer the question.
So this is an existing restaurant, they're just changing?
In Adobe, it was
Yeah.
changing.
Your application's filled out. on
It
that.
is filled out. Give me 1 second. I'll have to find the original.
Just updating from beer and wine to beer, wine and liquor, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and explain to the what the changes?
Yeah, well, like, only gonna come.
Yeah.
You're just changing it to beer and wine?
Yeah, it was beer, wine, and
There's
cider.
one. And the hours is the same.
Yeah.
I remember when you came in.
This month, like 2 days ago.
How long have you been open now?
1 year.
1 year. Yes. No complaints, no nothing.
Okay, I have
Call the
to-
question?
Yes, second.
Second.
Change agenda.
All in favor? Up. Be opposed? Go home. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Gary.
Just for 1 second.
Yes.
Okay, I need you,
Oh, that's the joint one.
I will need you to sign it. I have a copy here. I'll need to sign it and have it notarized and sent back to me, okay?
Okay.
All right, great.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Swan. All right, good.
Okay, 89 South Street. Pier
Let
16.
me start sharing again.
Pubblefish?
Yes.
Yes, couple.
Jim?
Yes, couple. Yes.
I was looking for you outside, I was looking for you. Hi, guys, how are you?
Hi, Frank.
I apologize, I didn't know I thought this was, a Zoom,
No.
so I never would have dressed like this, but the
That's okay.
representatives.
That's all right. You know how you roll.
All the representatives able to zoom in and I'm like, I've done that. Hi, guys, how are you? Nice to see you all and see you all. Couple of just things here, this place has been currently operating since, I think, January, February, March 2022. April of 2022. And we've had a seasonal license all this time, and basically what we're doing is converting it to a year-round license. There are 2 changes to it, I have to note. One is, in your packet, this is a bar on the rooftop, that's not the case. That was the original plan 2 years ago, that happened. We were gonna put a little rooftop on top of the little cafe. That's gone. We know this is out in the pier, obviously. We are adding the DJ and dancing to this application. That's the only change we have.
Oh, my
Dancing.
Um,
Down the pier, Mark's not here.
He's on the phone. Mike's tongue. So,
Well, I'd like to chat if I may. Yeah, I'm the owner operator. I've been in the neighborhood since 1994. I am the owner and operator of Sukaishi Japanese.
I thought so.
yeah, we thought so.
And Pagmo Indian Kitchen. I've been a responsible operator all these years. I'm in charge of Cobblefish and a partner there as well. So I will be overseeing everything there and I have complete control. So I'd like my record to stand that I've always worked with the community and I've always, after all these years, we've had no complaints from the community. So we're asking for this to be a year-round type of licensing as well as a call and need for outdoor cabaret.
There used to be one place on the second floor, Pier 17,
Now they have the concert on.
restaurant that would have like Thursdays and Fridays, it'd be like a club.
So what are the changes from your previous method of operation?
Just a DJ and dancing. And you're right.
And you're keeping the same hours?
Yes.
What AM, they're giving, yeah.
We're giving them 1 AM on a Sunday?
Well, without dancing and music,
Right.
Oh, those are good.
But you don't want to dance before 1 AM, do you?
We're not looking to have a dance club, but it's just people get up and dance and it's,
Yeah.
to have it covered than not.
Does anybody live there?
No, it's on Pier, it's out on Pier 16, yeah. So
Yeah, but just-
away from residential, yeah.
Well, just remember, we always complain about the noise coming off of the boat. Yeah, off the boats, but, yeah, so is it enclosed?
Yeah.
It's open. Okay, so we don't complain about the party boats and their music
Yeah, but those-
wafting over to the residents who live in your neck of the woods, like.
Yeah.
So let me cut to the chase and ask you a question.
Sure.
You want this all year round?
Yeah, we're paying rent all year round.
I know you are.
So we want an opportunity to make some money with events during the winter because the trucking is very slow.
How, are you gonna have lighting and heat? What are you gonna do out there? It's chilly, Willie.
Yeah, so,
Build igloos.
well, We have a temporary, we're looking, and this is, well, we're getting the licenses, so we can understand what we can and can't do. But I'll
From
bet,
DOT. Yeah.
for a temporary tent where we can eat. So that was.
So the tender the whole
Yeah, exactly.
fair.
Because they got it, and industry kitchen.
Right.
Well, but we cut down industry. because-
Yeah, they.
Say that it's not a solid structure, so if there are noise issues in a tent, I mean, that we don't really have much of a way of mitigating.
I just want to say that we've had no problems this whole summer or last 3 summers, the 2 summers with the music there. And,
The volume of the music isn't changing, right?
you know, it's generally the same. Just that people get up and dance, and we do want to have some, salsa nights or something like that.
I couldn't hear that.
The cabaret lesson?
That kind of cabaret. night.
Yeah, I think they've done away with them.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have to have-
The other people leave one because of the.
Pat and Mitch.
I'm sorry.
We were looking at the application.
Good.
So I'm good with this.
Like it's school.
Oh, yes. And you can see we're all the way out at the end of the pier also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I still say, I just want everybody to know, we have complaints all the time about. the
Right,
culture.
we've had no complaints.
No, you
Right,
you haven't had the music before.
No, they have.
Yeah.
I saw them, they said it, and I didn't even know, I was pissed, I didn't even know they were dancing. I could have been over there.
Concerts all the time around there. I can tell you, there used to be concerts pre-pandemic.
I'm fine with it.
Concerts are different than dancing.
Call the question?
Yes, Gabriella, go for it.
Second.
Oh, no, I could call the
Oh,
question.
I thought you were calling it.
Second.
Wait, Susan? Susan? Susan, can you hear me?
Listening.
Were those pictures that just flashed by, were they Industry Kitchen?
If it's
What?
Was that the
No,
Industry?
it's by the Ambrose.
It's between the 2 boats.
Yeah, by the Ambrose and Pier 17.
Is this Industry Kitchen? That's on.
No, Joe. It's not.
On the other side.
It's called Cobblefish.
It's on
It's
the
called
other,
Cobble Fish.
what's that?
It's on the other side of the Ambrose.
It's towards, it's more
It's on
towards.
the
Pier
north side of the
17.
Ambrose.
Okay, so it's more towards, well, and I think everybody is right, and I think you just can't gloss over it. Those party boats, I know Paul Hovitz was all over it, but now if you sit out by the water, these party boats have taken advantage of us, not really getting back on top of them again. You can hear the noise on the river. These guys are they were supposed to.
Joe,
once-
those are party boats, that's not this applicant.
It's not him and he's been there. I don't,
No, but what I'm getting at is the noise on the water. That's what I'm getting at.
I'm willing to take a rest. The question's been called and said.
Yeah, the question's been called and seconded, and we're gonna take a risk, Joel, if you don't want to.
Well, you could take a risk. I'm gonna vote no.
Okay, that's fine.
I live
mean,
there, Joel, and I haven't heard anything.
Okay,
Right,
well,
we're
I'm still
familiar with
voting
this
no.
applicant
Both
also.
Mariama yeah. So, the question has been called and seconded. Everybody in favor? Anybody against?
Yes.
Karen, Jean, and Joel.
Be careful what you wish for.
They're already there, Joel.
Well, we will complain.
That's it?
Okay, moving on.
Thank you, board. Thank you.
When I tell people that.
Well, you've got the same thing with your signatures. The same issue with the signature.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
It was by the pier. Really, chocolate? Yeah.
That's not on there.
Well, that's not that far away, but it's not.
Get out.
Oh, thank you.
Well, what do you want?
Is this the same Miriam that?
Right.
There last time.
20 boards.
All right, 200 Church Street between
Okay,
what you.
everybody stop before you go on, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to everybody know that when you're doing people, have the people sign in support. I'm saying this out loud very clearly. It should be from the community, from the local people who are around. Go knock on doors, go to the buildings, do your stuff. All right, I want to call back, which I am going to recuse, the people from,
Day Street.
Day Street. Right, I want to say it. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go to it, Francis and Marianne.
So we feel comfortable capping the buyout events under 550 people to 4 per month, totaling at 48 per year at max. We would look for perhaps some leniency during the month of December, just to accommodate, holiday buyouts, which does not look.
What does leniency mean? You're still gonna do 4 in December?
That's what we were looking.
Like borrowing from another month or something, or
Could be,
increasing the number?
Overall cap, and then maybe borrow from the month for a couple, 2 events.
Yeah, like maybe there's 2 in August and 6 in
December
December.
is gonna be a month, a big month.
I could do that.
That sounds reasonable.
And how many buyouts did you say?
At that at 48 per year. And that's under 550.
And you're only borrowing for December?
Correct.
Did you think about traffic?
And under 550 people, so they're gonna make sure that they avoid the cabaret license. And what about traffic? You get back to us on traffic and.
Yeah, actually, I have a relationship with Uber because we do a lot of venues, like we do Yankee Stadium and like we have a partnership. So we're gonna work on with our partnership, getting them to pick up at various spots, all the time and put signage maybe up into the venue itself that talks about, when people leave and being respectful, and also the Uber plan that we have.
And also, you can, when you send out your invites, ask people to kindly use public transportation.
Well, you could stipulate drop-off areas and pick-up areas, and like.
On
we
different
did-
blocks,
we
other
did
than
with
Broadway.
Cipriani's. We had people that were out there controlling the traffic so that it was moving in a certain way. So you might want to consider having somebody there to control the traffic and also, stipulating pickup and drop-off, please, specific, not, specific.
So,
Okay, can you submit that traffic plan along
How
with?
about, we'll use, reasonable best efforts to set up the traffic plan and also with the invites, encourage public transportation and signage, when we do signage itself that talks about,
Yep.
right.
We're just putting that into writing and sending it to the office.
I would do
What
that.
about the sanitation? You gonna figure that out?
So sanitation, since it's an existing 21 century, we look to use the same.
They use the same
sanitation.
Carter?
Yes, great.
Okay.
I have one more thing to add.
Wait, I want to ask,
Yeah, go ahead.
how many bathrooms?
There's 2 main restrooms that are on one of the floors, the main room there. So there's going to be the men's restroom off to the right, and then
How many stalls?
stalls. I would have to.
3 floors and 2 bathrooms and 1,000 people?
and how much ADA accessibility?
It is completely ADA accessible.
All the stalls or just one?
I could look into that for you guys and provide specifics, and then also with.
Would you please?
Okay, so if I'm on the 3rd floor, I have to come down to the 1st floor to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but it's not, the way that the
It's not the
floors.
same.
No, okay.
It'd be less of a trek than you would imagine.
Okay, final thing is, for both of them, you only submitted the large venue step. So when you're doing, executing the stipulation to have it notarized and sent back, I need you to also fill out the regular stipulation sheet along with the large venue.
Both the large and the regular?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, understood.
Yes, right, other than that, you're good.
Paulie, call the question.
Second.
Thanks for being a.
Are you doing the vote?
I can.
Oh, Francis. All those in favor? Abstentions and
I'm
recusals?
I'm abstaining.
Recusals and abstain. Okay, 1 abstention and 1 recusal. Any noes? Any noes? Online?
I don't see Joel online.
What happened to Mark? Your Mark can't
Mark
vote.
cannot.
Thanks all for your time and hope to see you guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Good luck. Now, 200 Church Street, it's between what and what?
It's the corner of Church and Duane on the northwest side.
Pictures.
It used to be the Greek
This is
diner.
Marathi.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Marathi,
Yes, it was used to be Tribeca Kitchen.
yes.
So Gene and I are very familiar with that location.
Okay, let's start with 200 Church Street. The applicants are ready.
Around the corner from the Four Seasons?
Hello, these are our new neighbors. I just hope they talk to the people out there.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Rafi, and I'm the owner of going to be Rafael. It's actually not Miriam, but it's a very similar concept to Miriam. And it says Rafael in the rest of the part of the application. I don't know why it says in the first one Miriam, but Miriam is a Mediterranean Middle Eastern restaurant. I own one in Brooklyn for the last 18 years in Parksville, and another one in the last 2 years in the Upper West Side. And this is going to be a very similar concept of low-key, lunch and brunch restaurants in the corner of Church and Duane, where the Greek restaurant is currently is. And actually, I think they already closed down. We're gonna have about 108 seats. And we're gonna have about
Inside.
20 seats, yes, inside, and about 220 seats about on the terrace on Duane, nothing on Church, no music outside. We are supposed to have the condo board of the building. We have a letter, I assume that says that we got to an agreement on the building concerns.
You have the letter in here?
It's in the packet.
And there's somebody from the building here, so if you want to speak to anybody, there's a real person from the.
You have a packet? I don't have a packet. in front of me.
Yeah, we have this.
I don't.
Might have ran out of.
Here. I'll share with Matt.
Yeah.
Get that.
I'm looking for the letter.
Yeah, I'm looking for the letter too. You said it's at the end?
So this would be what everyone's looking for the 200 HPF. It's separate from. It's, it looks up.
Okay, board of directors.
Still underneath.
Have you seen that?
You said there are members of the public here, Mitch?
This wasn't our letter.
She lives in the building, and she had a problem with the previous owner where they were playing music, recording music outside. So
I actually drafted the letter.
There was, from everyone, from what I understood.
she's not
There was
against it, she
there was
just
a
wants to make
letter.
sure that everybody.
One at a time.
Sorry, that, there was, like it went afterwards because we was back and forth, I don't know what it.
We had asked you to include our letter with the packet as part of our signature.
I don't remember that, I'm not arguing with you, just stay on that.
I have actually a copy of the letter.
Why don't you?
Would you like
give it
to
us?
submit it to us or read it or speak?
Submit it.
Is this from is
board.
this from the board?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Do we have a copy on this?
Wait, she just answered. She's gonna put it up.
Yes, there is. One second.
Oh, this is from the letter.
Just make this bigger. I share this. Okay, this is a copy of the letter. Let me make that. Yes.
Maybe somebody could just read it?
Yeah, I mean, I can give you sort of the clip.
I can't see that.
Okay, hello Rafi, thank you for meeting with the board and giving us the opportunity to discuss our concerns with you. As discussed, a lot of the sensitivity is based on the issues we had with the previous restaurant. including noise issues stemming from the music deliveries and service entrance door. While not explicitly stated, another concern with the previous tenant was that the noise associated with the cleanup at the end of the day with the moving of tables and the setup for the next day. Based on our call and follow-up, you have agreed to the following. Only outdoor seating on the terrace on Duane Street, no outdoor seating on Church Street. Installation of spring door adjustable closer to delivery / entrance, service entrance. No outdoor music. Assessment of music / noise levels in the restaurant and impact on the apartment above. Install any additional soundproofing measures to ensure within an acceptable range. No live music or DJ. Additionally, our preference would be that you maintain similar operating hours as the previous restaurant and other restaurants in the area, closing at 10 or 10:30 p.m. during the week and 11 or 11:30 on weekends. The issue is the noise around cleanup and service
So let's
entrance,
go with the rest.
with the kitchen and mezzanine level directly below the above apartment's primary bedroom. Finally, you had indicated during our call that deliveries will be from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., yet your application indicates 2 different times. I'll have to address that shortly. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. 8 a.m. would be preferred. This is due to the reverberating noise of delivery persons banging down the stairs with the hand drummer. We very much want to work with you, especially given your receptivity during our call and the areas you agreed to. As such, we are providing our signature of support. The 52nd Thomas condominium.
I think we should go with the residents.
Well, I think there are a couple of things, and then we can discuss it. 1, hours. And, they did not fill out the stipulation here on live music, here on the live stipulation. It doesn't say no live music, it doesn't say anything unrecorded, no dancing, it doesn't, none of that's filled out here. I don't know, look at your forms. You see.
I think we should take from the letter, what the residents want.
I like that. So, your hours that you are proposing are 7 days a week from, if I'm not mistaken, from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m.
They have till 1 on the weekends also written down on the, their app, thing they handed out.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
No, what I have says.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let me look.
Page 4.
Mm-hmm. I saw it somewhere.
And then should,
Yeah.
on the first year, it should be 12. All the other restaurants will,
It's nice to have something.
7 days a week, 9 to 12.
So just to remind me, the previous restaurant closed at around 10:30, 11 o'clock during the week and was open till 12 o'clock on the weekends. You recall me, particularly because I had a lot of issues with the previous restaurant.
I remember.
Yes. And then the other issue is, right, obviously, if you look right around the immediate radius, all the restaurants close at around 10:30, 11 o'clock. That is a very residential area. The only bar that's open late is Buddha Bar, but they have extreme soundproofing. You don't hear anything from the street. So that was some of the concern that we had indicated.
Well, we make everybody close now, Sundays at 10. No
That's
music,
that's
no
not
nothing.
important.
That's our newest, and on Sunday it's still 10 p.m. And, I'm gonna let my committee, I'm not gonna, I have very strong opinions. So I'm gonna let the committee.
Maybe we can send you the words because everybody.
The letter is from
Say anything.
Wait, I'll let you speak.
I mean, I think
So,
the residents.
I think we should pull directly from that letter, all the things that the residents wanted, the hours, the no music and all that stuff, and just put it into a
Can I
stipulation.
just ask, that was from discussions you had with them, correct?
That's right.
So I'm just curious about one thing, you had, unless I heard incorrectly, you said you don't remember.
No, I remember everything. It's just that we had a conversation with their management company and I assumed because they said, okay, about the 7 I will, I can explain.
Please,
I was just gonna
go,
talk
go,
about,
go on.
Double talk there.
of course, with all the respect.
You
to
remember,
everyone.
but you don't.
So first of all, there is a lot of incorrect information. For example, I own 1803, which had license till 2 a.m. and we open later than 10:30. and we don't never have complaints in that restaurant, and it's across the street on the corner. The second thing is that the previous restaurant maybe closed at 10:30, and now they don't know the business anymore, but they had a license till 2 a.m. That was their license before, so their license was till 2 a.m., maybe they didn't take advantage of it. We're not planning to stay till 2 a.m., but I don't wanna be in trouble serving a drink at 11:10 on a Friday night and getting in trouble because my license is until 10:30 or whatever it is. We are not here to have problems with anybody. We are good tenants. You can see we have been in the Brooklyn for 18 years, never had any problem. Been in the Upper West Side, never had any problem. Been in 1903 for 7 years almost now, never had any complaints or problems. We just want to run as much as we can efficient business. We agree to all those things that you ask about, the noise and stuff. We'll do the best we can. If you enter, I invited you to the restaurant. If you enter the restaurant, you'll see that we put a lot of effort and money into soundproofing and this. We have panels everywhere. We do the best we can. We're not into fighting with anybody. I want to put my energy into making people happy, not into making people upset. It's like not my thing. So.
Susan.
Wait, let him finish.
We are, regarding the deliveries, it's not always what we want. There is other companies. I can make sure that if the vegetable company come early, they won't go with part of the info downstairs. They will leave it in the center of the restaurant and we'll bring it downstairs when they come. I'm willing to go above and beyond to make everybody happy. But I'm asking you guys to give us a chance not to go and say open till 10 and then we'll see next year, because maybe next year I'm not gonna be there because of that. I'm asking to give us a chance, and we can always have a conversation. It doesn't matter for me if the liquor authority say this or that. Of course, I'm not gonna pass the law, but if you tell me that you have a specific problem, I'll go above and beyond to make whatever necessary money investment and of my time and effort to make you happy. Why would I fight with you? For what reason?
Okay.
It's not what I'm trying to do. And again, I'm doing it for 18 years. It's not that it's my first restaurant. It's not my first.
All right.
1 second.
Yeah.
It's not my first restaurant, and I have a really good record of being great with the neighborhood, with the people that we want to feed you.
You're also, you're saying that you're mimicking this over Miriam.
Miriam closes at 10 at all your locations.
Because it's a different neighborhood, and it's not closing at 10 in the Upper West Side. It stays for the bar.
All right.
We got it.
Have you been there?
No, we got it.
Stop for 1 minute, all right? Our mission is to make things work, to make sure that businesses stay in business. It's not that we don't want to stay in business. I think that 10 o'clock on Sunday is not a problem.
I have no problem with 10 o'clock on Sunday.
I think the issue for us is how we're gonna do the week and the weekends. So Jean's had her hand up the whole time.
Okay, I have pretty much negotiated every license on Duane Street since I've lived there for 40 years. And we have always negotiated a 12 o'clock closing for just about every restaurant.
I'm okay with that.
So, to have, the residents want a 12 o'clock on, Friday and Saturday.
I'm okay with that.
So, I think we should go there.
I think they want to give it, I think they wanted 11:30 based
No,
on
they-
that.
no.
Where's the
Okay with
letter?
11 during the week too.
It's 11:30 based on the letter.
Okay, well, I think we can negotiate 11:30. I want to say that, I am so appreciative of the, steps that you've made with talking to the neighbors, especially about the outdoor music.
No music.
There's been a real problem with the speakers being attached to the outside. This is one of the carryovers from the pandemic. They were extremely loud with the previous owners. I went in and reported it again and again to lower them. And we stopped going there because they wouldn't. And the fact that these people have asked that they be removed and you've agreed to it is a very, very good thing. And I hope we see more of that with other reference. You don't need to have the music to eat. So I want to praise them for what they've done well. I think that, as with all restaurants that are doing something for the first time, we may have to be a little stringent, and they can always come back and get more.
Well, I'm willing to give them a shot to keep open. And mine is what he's already said. I mean, I think he's been very reasonable, and I think if there are issues, I just want to I want to make sure I understand. There is no live music.
No live music.
But there is recorded music.
Recorded music.
And you know our rule, recorded music, if it's heard outside, it is not,
If it's heard
not
outside, it's
acceptable.
outdoor music.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, so I'm gonna call on my committee. I'm gonna call on Mitch, Miriama, and then.
I actually want to echo something similar to Jean, where of course, I spoke to the resident before, and I want to make sure that she has a comfortable place to live, but I didn't realize, I'm very familiar with one of the other establishments that this gentleman owns, the 1803, and they have zero complaints. They've been going on for years, and they took the place, there used to be like a place where they had, buyouts. There was a little bar on the corner when it was the Tribeca Committee,
Right.
and it changed overnight after like the years from then when they took it over. So as far as being the owner of 1803, their track record is impeccable.
No complaint.
And so that being said, I want her to be comfortable, but his track, for 1803, his track record is impeccable.
Okay, Miriam.
All right, so it's not her, it's the condo board, right? So it's several residents. It's
Okay.
not, it's a community of people that live immediately by the restaurant. So let's put that out there. What I heard from the gentleman sounded very good, and I appreciate your opinion, and I don't live on that side, so I would certainly yield to you guys.
I only know
also.
about one restaurant.
However, the letter,
Yes.
I paid very close attention to it. And I don't think it's too much to ask to implement what the residents have asked for, particularly because it sounded as if their support of the restaurant was contingent on the letter, their discussions. So if we're going to veer off into something else, then maybe they won't have their support anymore.
I thought they agreed to that.
Because it said, they even closed with, and so because of this, we're giving you our support. So if that's no longer the case, then maybe they don't have their support anymore.
I thought they
Well,
agreed to that.
Wait, that's fine. I want Karen to speak, and then I want to say something. and then-
I just want to call everybody's attention to two things. This is a large venue, it's more than 75 people, so I don't know if they filled out the.
They did.
And the next thing is the signatures.
Yeah.
Some of them are from 277 Broadway, which is the building where I have my office. And I can tell you for sure that is irrelevant to noise conditions at that location. 250 Broadway, the same thing.
It's across the street.
99 Reed might be close by, I don't really know. But this is not usually what we hope to see on a petition, sheet.
8 people.
We hope to see the addresses of people who live in the building or directly next to it, or certainly within earshot of it.
And I wanted to say, because I don't like that the letter was left out. That was what I was getting to, because I just feel like if you have an agreement with somebody and then you're gonna try to, ignore that you've had a conversation.
We spoke with honestly, I'm telling you, we spoke with Edward and he said, this is that's the final thing.
Yeah, I saw.
And that's what he did.
All right.
And you hear, so it's not like we're trying to hide anything.
So, all right. This young man who's with you would like to
Yes.
say word. He's very quiet, so let him say something.
Sorry, yeah, just to address two of those things, as for the signatures on the first sheet, we came, I think it was 2 months ago, and the board told us the ones they really cared about were 200 Street Church. So we kind of forgot about the other signatures and focused specifically with the building 200 Church and above. So maybe that's a misunderstanding on my part when I believe you were saying it said focus specifically on the building above. To address the missing, note, we, after you had sent that note, we then went back with Edward, I think another time or two about a few stipulations, about what we were willing to agree with, which I believe was 99% of that. I believe we said one thing about the deliveries as well, saying we'll do our best. Unfortunately, we just can't control directly the deliveries. And then that's when he sent us the note. And so for us, we just assumed that meant the last email signatures and the note following was the final sign off, and that's what we're okay. We're happy to provide the email thread of that, just to be pretty transparent about it on that end as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna propose something, and let's see how my committee reacts. I would like to propose, since he gave us an opening, and everybody can't always get what they want, as my favorite singer says. I would do Friday and Saturday, 12 a.m., Sunday, 10, and I would give you during the week till 11:30.
Even 11 is fine. to be honest.
Yeah,
Even 11.
11 is fine. I think that's a reasonable compromise. If you're willing to do it,
And I
she's willing to do it,
You
let's
can
go.
always call me with anything that matters.
Okay, we're agreed. Go, no more.
All right, call the question.
So win-win.
Second, shut it down.
Okay.
All in favor? Any opposed, Francis? You're in favor?
Yes.
Okay.
You're in favor?
Good luck.
Thank you.
And if there's a problem, you'll come back to us.
Yes.
I have
You have to come back to me first and then go to them. Because I have phone number. Yeah, I gave her my personal number, my personal.
Okay, good luck.
Receptive, which I agree.
All right. Go.
I have one more thing to ask. We have another thing with you guys tonight. Can we do it already or we have?
No, you have
To wait?
because this poor man has been sitting here. I can't wait any longer.
We have one thing, Rafael?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to fill it out.
You're gonna add that into these things into the stipulation, and you're gonna have to.
Okay.
Stipulate, a large stipulation too.
I don't think I've had any complaints on, Fulton Street or 252 Front Street. We're gonna go to Tribeca.
That's what we just were, right? We went to church.
Yeah, I don't know why I went to Tribeca, 81 Warren, PAQ.
He's here. There's other ones. 5 minutes only, but he doesn't know what to say.
We can all share.
We can share. They're just supplemental. No papers. No.
That's
terrible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to increase my.
I'm thirsty, I got it too.
Go get a glass of water.
Where?
On the side, all the way to the end.
So my name is Miles Groot. I'm the landlord of the property and also a resident of Tribeca for over 20 years to raise my children here. I was last before the board.
Those outside.
Last at the board about 3 years ago when I had a lovely woman and it was a place called Leckerberger.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were lovely people. It was a lovely restaurant. And unfortunately, no matter how much financial help we tried to give her, they did not survive the pandemic. And I had several people that wanted it. And I chose a family-owned business, which is Cynthia, the mother, and who's the owner, and Mark, who runs it. They were originally from Michigan, from Ann Arbor, where they ran a similar restaurant for 6 years. Their letter is after mine. And all the soundproofing and everything within the restaurant itself from the prior tenant is still in place. The changes that were made were color scheme and cosmetic. And my residential income is of course very important to me. I only own 2 properties. And I happen to also own the building next door. We've never had any complaints from any of my tenants. And I'm gonna be quiet now and give the floor to Mark. Thank you
Okay,
for your
Mark,
time.
my only question is, yes, you sent in a whole application that she's running. Got it.
Yes.
Go.
Yes, okay. That was gonna be my first thing, was the documents you have physically are just supplemental to the
I got it.
application that's digital in front of you. TAC is short for taqueria. It's a taco concept. We opened in Ann Arbor 6 years ago, and had tremendous success there. And so we're very excited. You know, we own property here in the city. It's been a lifelong dream of ours to have a restaurant here. So I'm very excited to bring that concept here. It's kind of your typical, if you think of a typical Mexican street taco, we've sort of flipped that concept on its head. It's upscale, it's tacos reinvented a little more gourmet is what they say to the owner. So, but that's the concept. As Miles said, it's we've kept everything intact in terms of, you know, the soundproofing and all.
Mexican food in, how did you learn?
So
I
it's-
grew up in California.
So we do have some traditional concepts. We've also taken, we have some Greek heritage. So we have a Greek taco, we have an Asian steak taco, we have a good old American cheeseburger taco. So it's kind of a canvas in a taco.
I don't have any trouble with anything. I would like somebody to call the question.
Call the question.
All right, all in favor? Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, very kind of everyone.
When's
Thank
the
you.
opening? When are you
Come visit.
We're hoping, as soon as possible. We're hoping, sometime in October would be great.
All right,
Well,
come
come
visit.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
visit.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Everyone should bring
Right
their
across the
landlord with
street
them.
from our-
Where's this? What's this?
Where he's next.
Well, up to him now, yeah.
Go. What's his, I don't care.
I'm sorry.
Which address is it?
34 White Street.
He's waited long enough. 35, 34 White Street.
Where's
I don't even see that. on here. I do.
Where?
Where? So,
Where is it? It should be under the
yeah,
Tribeca.
Tribeca.
I'm looking at Tribeca.
It's not.
Well, I don't see it.
I don't either.
Well, go ahead. I don't see it.
I don't either, but please talk to them. Thank you.
Is it for renewal or renewal?
Renewal.
It's just a minute, that's okay, it's just a
It's
typo.
all. I'm so sorry to have made you wait. Total due. Ooh,
Yes.
renewal. They charge a lot of money.
That's right.
That's,
Yeah.
what is it? It's,
Restaurant.
I know, but what?
We are no city.
You do you have did you add new additional outdoor seating?
Well, we have a structure and we had applied for it, then the pandemic and we got okay for it.
So that's why he's here, because he, yeah.
So I don't understand. I've been having, 18 years, I never came here before.
I know, well, we never saw you before, so, but, what you have to do, as Anesh explained, it's all with DOT
Yeah,
and the
we had
licensing.
applied, we told them, gave us the okay at the beginning of the DOT to have a structure like everybody else. So I don't know what else I'm going to do now.
But is your structure permanent?
No.
Is it a permanent structure? Because now they're going to a more temporary structure, so maybe that's why?
But it's a house.
Oh, that might be why then.
You have to be able to take it down.
We all have the house in the street.
Yeah, they're not allowing them.
You're gonna have to check with them, because it's not under our purview anymore. And, all we have are the hours,
So that's
but
why I need to let out everything. You can.
Yes, and I will.
What you want from me now?
Yeah.
Because now I have to have a permit from the city for the sidewalks.
Yeah.
From DOT.
And then from DOT for the structure or?
Oh,
Yes, the DOT will inform you as to what you need to do with the structure, because structures are now only temporary. And you would have to be able to remove them at the end of the season.
Is it possible to remove the structure?
There are no permanent structures anymore. That's something you're gonna have to
What's
figure out.
the name of this?
Raka.
You're the trucker.
Yeah, but,
That's what I thought. This is our best asset.
so when we sign it, she will get it to you. And if you need help from us, call us.
Yes.
I don't know, so the thing is, he's telling me that the permanent structure are not legal anymore.
Well, maybe I don't know what.
It's not about DOT, you have to check.
And maybe it could be grandfathered in if you get a.
No, because it's.
Yeah.
No, they
No,
don't.
None of it, you know, it's all like a
It's not
mishmash.
something you can take it apart and put back.
Yeah, we
Unless it's
Right.
contained.
We don't-
And that's your part.
That's not what we said.
I was trying to help them.
Take care, guys.
Thank you,
Ray.
thank you for being so patient. Sorry.
Be grandfathered in and he was.
There's fine.
I'm not here on Wayne Street, so you can make eye contact with me. Hi, I'm Gilda Handy. I'm the general manager of the Hideaway at 185 Wayne Street. Because I'm here for a renewal. I didn't bring anything with me. I'm here mostly to answer questions about my outside seating structure.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to let you guys.
Is yours temporary?
It is temporary. I actually was planning on taking it down on November 6th, but that's the.
It sounds perfect. What is your indoor capacity?
Our indoor legal capacity is 75, with seating for 35. I cap my events at 60, but 75 is.
And what is the outdoor?
It maybe seats 12 people. It's 2 picnic tables with like 3 people sitting on each side. It's honestly, when I'm there on the weekends, it's mostly
should have
families.
to fill out the
children.
stipulation then,
I
right?
don't want to bring them to a bar.
What avenues are you between them? I just wanna, on Dwayne, between what and what?
Hudson and Greenwich. a little bit closer to
Okay,
Greenwich.
I know.
We should probably have her fill out the new stipulation, though. She's at 75 people, Susan. While she's here.
Large venue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She said she only does
Yeah,
6.
that's just-
but she says her capacity is.
Yeah, I think that our legal capacity from like.
So
fire department is
So
70.
that's what we go by, the legal capacity. Yeah.
74?
It's before studies at 70.
Okay.
Yeah, per the Department of Buildings. It's not our
They do
thing.
agree.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, maybe I'll take a little, just getting that knocked down a little bit. I don't want that many people in that room ever.
But you have to fill it out.
Yeah.
Because it's a capacity.
Of course.
So fill it out and put it in that you're never gonna have more than,
Oh, yeah.
okay?
Yeah, write it on
No
there.
problem.
Okay. All right. And we'll get that to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And thank you.
No problem.
Amazing. Everybody.
Well, you got to see us in action.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Have a good night.
59 Reed Street.
It says postponed.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was postponed today. 130 West Broadway.
Hello.
Okay.
My name is Amy. I'm a vice president of Student by Group. And we just put the review on the liquor license. And I think it also same thing for you, asking for the outdoor seating. Have indoor seating, the 23 seats in the park floor, second floor, the 8 seats for the sushi bar. And the outdoor seating is now operating 10 seats.
Is your structure temporary?
Temporary, and then, but we're going to apply for like, the outdoor seating sidewalk cafe, if this points available, we want to apply to the.
For
You're gonna do-
a seasonal structure?
Seasonal, yes.
No, but you're gonna do you're gonna do sidewalk cafe and the outdoor structure?
Outdoor, no, it's just only sidewalk,
Only sidewalk.
yes,
You're gonna apply to the DOT. You haven't done that already.
it's already,
Oh, you have done it already?
Yes.
Okay, and they, okay.
yes.
And your structure is able to be removed after November when the season's
Of
over?
course, it's for load, it's not for the load side, it's only for the close the restaurant sidewalk only.
She's only doing sidewalk, not.
Oh, okay.
What are your hours?
Used to be the lunchtime open, but now after the pandemic, we open from 5 PM to 9:45 PM.
Okay.
Outdoor seating will finish by the 8:45 PM. No live music.
Anybody has a problem with that?
No issue.
I don't think we need to.
Yeah, we have a new one.
We don't need a resolution.
What about the sheet for the sidewalk?
Yes.
That she had to get DOT.
She said she did it already.
Thank you.
You're good.
You're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ahead of us.
399.
What's this thing?
Where is that sheet? There.
399, right?
Yes.
Okay. Renewal.
Yes, my name is Joe. My structure is not movable. It's basically
house, if there was a bathroom out there and you could live in it. I put a lot of money into those structures. And the fact that we have to rip them down is heartbreaking, and it's gonna pretty much destroy my business and probably bring me down to about a third of my income 6 months out of it.
Sorry.
Yes.
But also you should complain to your council, and all the restaurants should get together and complain about them.
Yeah, I mean, some people didn't put as much work in. They wanted them to be open. I know it was basically there for COVID, not to have doors, windows to be open, so for safety. Over the last 3 years, they evolved into other things to where it became an extension of your restaurant. And when I lose my sidewalk seating from November to April, those structures made up for that. And then losing the sidewalk seating on top of those structures for 6 months out of the year, and only being able to operate with a 1,200 square foot small tavern, as much as it costs to operate in Tribeca, it's kind of crippling.
Yes.
So you don't have that, I'm sorry. Go, Francis.
So you check licensed sidewalk, so you've been approved, so you have the paperwork for that?
I've been approved for sidewalk seating, I think, since 2015. I've been there since 2006, and we were approved during COVID for the structures. They just came out to inspect them. I have the paper. I think a few months ago, I did all the work on them, put more money into them to get compliant for them. And now, after I'm compliant, they're saying we have to take them down. So I wish I didn't have to do that and put more money into something that I was gonna have to take down a couple months later.
Yeah.
But, so just make sure you include the paperwork for the sidewalk, not the roadway,
Gotcha.
the sidewalk.
Do I send that in somewhere, or?
Well, when you send your paperwork in, most people have sent a copy of the letter that they got.
Yeah, some people did.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
Okay.
So they're making you, you're not gonna have any outdoor seating at all?
Yeah,
Have sidewalks here.
use a sidewalk.
But then the next,
Starting probably November when it gets colder.
Right.
How many seats is that?
About, let's say 20 maybe outside, and then.
As compared to indoors?
Indoor, the capacity is 74, so seating itself. is
You're a large
probably-
venue too.
Yeah, seating itself.
He missed about one.
no, we need to organize, the council people, and really start a campaign.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah.
Not just you, but I mean, organize the restaurants that are in your area.
I'm trying to be sympathetic. I know it's been a tremendous, source of income, particularly during the pandemic. But we also, had a huge issue with vermin.
Yes.
And with those permanent structures. And I concede you may have been one of the good guys who did it properly, but a lot of the permanent structures were not done. And they, some of them were abandoned, they gathered litter and the rat population.
The homeless people.
And the homeless people. And so there were just too many bad guys and not enough good guys, and you're paying a price for it, and I'm sorry about that. But I hope, that your summer, sidewalk will help you to get the income that you need. But it was just the overwhelming support for getting them rid of.
It also brought traffic.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just too much.
Yeah, but they shouldn't allow, like, some people to have.
So, thank
they
you.
shouldn't have
Thank you,
some
anyway.
restriction on how you can.
Thank
you.
you. Sorry, I couldn't, so,
No
thank
problem.
Thank you.
Instead of letting people
96
think build this and then change their mind about what.
They couldn't come up with the criteria.
Good evening. Joe McClellan, Council for Bridgeton F&B Management, doing business out of Walker Hotel Tribeca. The license has been renewed, but obviously we wanted to come and introduce Meredith Morgan and Milton Marcion. They're part of the new regime that are operating the hotel. I want to make sure that they're good neighbors and answer any questions that you all may have and introduce themselves, and here they are.
So my question, what are your rooftop hours?
They're Monday, Sunday through Thursday to 11 a.m., Friday, Saturday, midnight.
So 11 p.m.
You mean 11 p.m.?
11 p.m., sorry.
Sundays we close at 9 o'clock. actually. We close at 9.
It's the hotel room.
We close at 9.
At 9,
Is there drinking up there? In the roof? Is there music up there?
there's
It's
a bar.
a Spotify thing. There's
Background.
And the speakers are all pointed inwards towards the space. They're not high average.
Have we had any more complaints? Because last time this came up, the people from across the street at 395,
Karen, what street is this between Broadway and Waterway?
it's right on the corner, Walker and Broadway.
Walker and
Before the
Broadway.
alley.
And it's
Yeah.
close to the canal then.
Yeah.
Okay,
So what,
thank you.
wait, let me finish. I just want to make sure. Rooftop, what time?
It's open during Sundays till 9 PM, Monday through Thursday till 11 PM, and Friday and Saturday until midnight.
And the residential building's right next to it?
No, it's across the street that
Right at Saturday.
Okay.
they came in and complained.
Do they know about this?
Yes, I'm sure they do.
We have had,
Those were those last season?
Yes.
Yeah, that was under a different management. We've taken over, we manage the property.
Are you the hotel?
Yes.
So, because that was the deal.
Right.
Because the deal, if you remember, was they promised us that the hotel would run it, and it went to a third party, and that's where all the complaints came from.
Yeah, we own it.
so the hotel now is in charge of all the food and beverage on property. So it's not an outside company, we control all of it.
Okay, good.
Which is why you probably haven't heard as,
Yeah.
or if any complaints at all.
We've heard some.
When did you take charge?
I think, so I started a little less than 3 months ago. Milton's been there about 5 months, but they took over food and beverage about 5 months ago,
Yeah.
right about the time that you got there. We've had a couple of complaints this summer, I'll be honest, but the last one that we had, we weren't even open. When the people came to investigate, we were not open on the roof.
Yeah,
So
we've had complaints over
Yeah.
the summer.
very few, I think.
Not tons, but we have had. So just be cognizant.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
And he's there, he's on site too as
The
well.
prior operator was, it was terrible.
Sorry.
And so, and what bothered us is that we were promised that the hotel would run it, and it did.
Yeah.
I have a question. Have you reached out to the people across the street who complained?
Yeah, I have not personally, but the hotel has been. in touch
Yeah,
with them.
I have not as well in the most recent. So anything was formed under Dream Logic.
Because you really should reach out to those.
Yeah,
restaurants.
particularly because if the complaints were in the summer, I mean, school has started now, and like, that was a big part of why they were upset.
There's a lot of kids.
At that other meeting was because kids were being
Yeah,
kept up.
it's usually, like Pat, makes a great suggestion, that to have a contact number in real time, so maybe you can at least provide it to the community board, your number, not the hotel number, and this way there's a direct, something.
Fabulous.
And that's what he was at, that's exactly the reason he's here to put it on.
But the other thing is that building across the street was a condo, wasn't it?
Mhm.
So if I were you, this is just a suggestion.
Yeah.
I would reach out to the condo board. I would ask to invite all of them over to your establishment and have a meeting, quick meeting. We're new, we're taking
nicer
over,
than I
we will not, like, no, but this is the way you appreciate yourself.
Your neighbor is down. Food and beverage director that was there just before we got there had some contact with them directly. And we haven't had a lot of complaints, but we're.
Just be cognizant of it.
And also the roof, we're planning to close before the end of October.
Good.
The roof will not be opening until May. I'm shooting for the middle of the month, but it might actually go until the end of the month.
And
but
you
it
know
won't be
about
open.
and you had, if I remember, there was gonna be some music up there, recorded.
She said
not live.
Spotify.
Recording is on Spotify, it's really gentle, no DJs, we're very strict, very specific.
Okay.
We turned out a lot of fashion parties, we have no DJs.
So thank you
We
for
really
being
here.
here.
Yeah.
And you can give
And
only.
you can phone number. Great.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you for coming.
I'm sorry I gave you it.
Your attorney a little hard time at the beginning, but he stood up to it just fine.
Thank you, have a great night.
Thank you.
So, this lady, where are we?
We are 5:08.
Thank you.
96, so
1:45.
No, you can stand up.
Yes.
Takahashi?
Yes.
Yeah, I came here for renewal for license.
To renewal.
Yes, I think, and also join this meeting. And I think maybe on my roadside dining.
Yeah.
Oh, you have roadside dining, okay.
Yes.
Do you have a sidewalk cafe also?
Sidewalk, yes, yes.
There's both sidewalk and roadside.
How many seats do you have outside?
Outside is, type table, roadside type table, and also sidewalk, 1, 2, 3, 4 table.
And then what's the capacity inside?
Inside, 50, inside the 50, so it's small.
Yeah.
So 4 tables,
4 table, so 8, both us, 8 people, sidewalk, and, 10 people, and those side then.
So 8 on the side.
So here's like a shed and sidewalk.
Yeah.
okay.
No, 8 sidewalk, 10.
I got it, sidewalk.
No.
10,
Yeah.
we're back. All right, so,
The inside, sorry.
50.
so you know, what you have to do with the DOT? Did you apply? Did you get?
Yeah, I tried, that's helping my business law, the company. Possibly, I like to apply for side.
Is the shed removable?
That's why we have to think about, otherwise, not approved, right?
No, but you have to be.
Yeah, you have to be able to take it down after the season in November.
That's right.
Okay. All right,
Once you
so-
get your approvals from DOT.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, good luck. Thank you for coming and waiting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've been there over 21 years.
I know.
I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
That's good.
Thank you.
To make it through- Making it through that pandemic?
For now,
Are you?
Yeah.
180, who's somebody from 185 Wago?
Oh, we did one.
We did Hideaway already.
They
Oh, right, she came, right, we put it twice. Maybe that's why we let her.
Well, that's it for the asterisk.
We have 6, we have.
So we have
78,
Barry Park City.
No, there's no asterisk there.
No. We just did the asterisk.
Didn't we do that?
Murray Street, it was postponed. 60 Murray Street was postponed.
59 Murray? 16 Murray.
16 Murray Street.
Where is it?
It's the cannabis, it's not this.
Oh, it's my first.
Yes, on the other page.
I'm gonna deal with it tonight.
Yeah.
At all.
Postponed. Oh, it was postponed?
Next month.
Yeah.
Next week. You can see how we function, so you can get an.
Are you a neighbor?
Uh,
Are you a neighbor responding to
no,
16?
she's the applicant.
Oh, okay.
No.
After this, but-
Oh, so she didn't postpone it?
Okay, but you didn't do it.
So we need to give you a heads up. Just like with licensing, I mean, with the liquor license, they have to post in the neighborhood that this is happening. You should do the same thing.
Okay, and I have a question for you guys, because unlike the licensing for alcohol, our industry is new. And we have to come to you guys before we go for our second approval.
Right.
So we can give out our address to the public. So for me to go out and promote to the public.
Right.
Yeah.
I can answer that.
Yeah.
So we spoke with OCM and it's not, that posting notice, it's not an advertisement.
Right.
It's a notice.
Notification.
That you are meeting with us and seeking approval for that location. So that if anybody in the community has an issue with you coming into their community, or if they want to support you, then they can show up or write in, etc.
Do you have a form?
I'm sorry?
Do you have the posting, something so she can see what the post?
No.
I can, she'll be emailed all that information.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Somebody's trying to speak there
Oh,
behind.
I'm sorry. Let's see. Who has their hand?
Thank you.
The difference though, when I remember I had to go to that borough president thing. So the difference with the cannabis licenses is that they get an approval already first before they come to us. Whereas with the liquor licenses, they're seeking our support in order to get an approval.
It's half-assed.
The state has already gone through to see if this person fits the criteria
Thanks.
for a cannabis license before they send them to the community board.
So.
What would happen if we didn't approve it?
So
Then
there's,
it goes
it's
back to
any
them.
part of the process.
Yes.
We can still move forward.
If OCM approves it.
If, no, she said if the board does not.
Yeah, what,
Yes, if the board doesn't, so like I said, we spoke to OCM last week about this entire process. So they apply, they get a preliminary, okay, an approval, and then they come to the community board to see what we have to say. Whatever we decide is submitted to OCM and is considered by OCM. And then OCM makes their decision based on their research, their application, as well as what.
And you're both right. You're both right, because the purpose of it is to prevent people from disallowing cannabis to come into the area, particularly the people who have been formerly in prison because of jail, minorities, whatever. They want to make sure that you can't just say, oh, we don't like this in our neighborhood.
Right.
So you're both right, because, the community.
So let's create a
But isn't there a limit? People selling cannabis can, what am I wrong
Yeah.
on that?
Yes.
yeah.
We have to be within 1,000 feet of each other. Because look at how well it works with bars.
Yeah.
I mean, around Reading Church, there's about 3 or 4 of them.
Can I just address that, Jean? So the same way that with liquor license where you have to be within 200, you can't be within 200 feet or 500, there's still a 200 feet rule, there's a 500 feet rule. But the difference is that it has to be, what's it called? Primary use only. So it can't be partial use. So if the school or the house of worship is not, the location is not primarily used as a place of worship, is not being considered.
You know, it's a fascinating thing, and in my youth, whatever, but I find this so offensive and so horrible that everywhere you go, you smell it, and I'm no rude around, I mean, come on.
I don't like
But it is just, I feel like it's totally out of control.
Well, it is out of control, but not because of them. That's the problem. It's out of control because of the illegal operators that pops up. No, the legalize, the fact that they legalize it now, who's selling it, that's a whole nother issue. But that's why we're overrun with it, because there's a.
They've done nothing to shut down the illegals. That's why.
They already do this in the Upper West Side. They're already starting to shut down the illegals.
In Chelsea,
Yeah.
they shut down one
Yeah, yeah.
across from City Hall.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you guys talking to me.
People are letting people smoke on the street.
Here,
Well, that's-
and I would love to be in your. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right, why are you still here?
1803.
They don't have, there was no asterisk next to them, it's tacit approval.
Doesn't matter.
It was a tacit approval.
We had one.
We just wanted to spend time.
I want to say something to both of you. You really handled yourself terrifically, and you really should know that, really.
We had a really good conversation with
No,
both
but
of you
it's,
right over the, you were on the Zoom call as well. You were on the Zoom call as well, right?
On the what? No.
The Zoom
call. The Zoom call.
Well, maybe you
Yeah,
comments
yeah,
on
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I'm not, I'm saying it for a reason. I don't want to, not just in this, we are about liquor license or this and that.
Yeah.
I don't like to fight with anyone.
well, good.
And I'm willing, I told her when we spoke personally, I'm willing to do anything. I want to be okay with the neighbors.
Well, you did a good job.
Thank you so much.
So I want to say to my committee, thank you. You're really fabulous. I couldn't do this without you, and she's been really good. She's even tougher than I am.
I wanted to say a thank you to, our.
Miriam.
For being so tough and fighting so hard for affordable housing in the World Trade
Oh, I
Center.
read about it, yeah.
Would have gotten
Thank
nothing.
you.
Thank you. really a community fight.
So do we get-
When you're running for city council.
You got it, you got it. You got something.
30%, right?
Remember, Tammy wants us to review the budget, and if there's anything we think we want, money, I want more enforcement.
Yeah.
We want money for enforcement, really.
They gotta crack
Around
down on
around garbage.
I sent everybody around a form, or if you have anything new that you'd like to add to the capital budget expense, requests for 2025, please fill that out. It will get to me. For anything from the 2024 that I had you guys review back in July, you should still have those copies that I gave out, please review. You should still have those copies. Please review it and let Francis, Susan, or myself know if there's anything that you'd like to reoccur for 2025.
Can I just ask a question? If this, maybe this will fall under your enforcement purview. I had just read, one of Julie Menon's, like emails where they got, money for enforcement for the, they said the scourge on the Upper East Side of all the electric motorized bicycles, mopeds and everything. And she actually said that she had the 19th precinct and they got some extra money for enforcement. And one of the councilmen has proposed a bill for anything electricized, I don't know if that's the word, electrified, to have it registered and licensed, because they think in their neighborhood on the Upper East Side, Julie Menon, they said she's been getting 1,000 complaints.
Our councilman hasn't signed on yet.
Okay, so, but I'm saying, would that,
Call them up.
well, Susan, but when you just mentioned enforcement, maybe you can include that in the.
Well, that's not our purview of licensing.
That's true.
Quality of life. Have
It's transportation.
It's not
So
really
don't
many.
keep it in quality of life, it might not go through traffic.
Is there anything for licensing?
Right, that is not gonna, we'll have our meeting
Okay,
next.
I just heard enforcement and I remembered I read that today.
Let me see if I can find it.
And Gabriella, welcome. It's really nice to have you.
Nice to see you.
Sure, me.
Well, we, yes, it's terrible. Good night.